Hey guys, Rod Rodriguez here. Welcome to another episode of Rod's Comics. And today's episode is a Batman extravaganza. So if you're a Batman fan, this is the episode for you. Batman's greatest storylines, well, at least the ones that I own. It is the groundbreaking, the classic Batman, The Dark Knight Returns by, of course, the legendary Frank Miller, inked by Klaus Janson and colored by Lynn Varley. Came out 1986, all right? So, yeah, I was about 13 years old when it came out, and as you can see, I have number one. This is a 4-part series. I remember reading about it in a comic book. There was a little ad about The Dark Knight Returns, and I was so intrigued by it because everything just looks so futuristic. The art style, the way it's presented, the darkness, the grittiness of it. And then when I eventually owned the first Dark Knight Returns, which is not exactly this one, but a copy of this, I got it in a trade. I had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, third print. I traded that in for a Dark Knight Returns #1 at the time when I was in junior high. And at the time, it seemed like a good deal, you know. Obviously, now I regret letting go of the third print of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. And comic lore-wise, it's definitely one of the top titles out there. It's one of the must-reads. It's about Batman when, he retired. There's this gang called the Mutants who started spreading all over Gotham City, started taking over the city, and obviously crime went crazy once again. The Joker escaped from the Arkham Asylum and started to wreak havoc. Of course, what does Batman do? He comes out of retirement as an older Batman, but a wiser Batman, and obviously, he has a lot of tools at his disposal. It's just very, very iconic, especially that particular scene where he has that showdown versus Superman, who was ordered by the president to arrest Batman. And of course, Batman's not going down easily. So in case you're wondering why that sounds familiar, that's because the Batman versus Superman plotline is obviously taken from this, all right? I do have the other parts except for number 2, which I don't know why. So book 3 and book 4 of The Dark Knight Returns. This one is Batman Year 1. This one came out 1987, a year after. So the 80s, definitely a good year for the Bat. And as you can see, there is that iconic cover with Batman as a boy, as a little Bruce Wayne, witnessing the murder of his parents in that dark alley. Everybody knows about that storyline. This one actually ran through several issues of Batman comic, and that's issues number 404 to 407. All right, it's by Frank Miller, but Frank Miller didn't do the art. Frank Miller did the writing. He is an awesome writer just as much as he is an awesome artist. All right, and the art was by David Mazzucchelli. So as you can see there, this is the first. So this is 404. So this is the first part of Batman Year 1. Basically, he's Year 1 as a crime fighter. So very interesting if you want to do a little throwback story on Batman. And it's also the early years of Commissioner Gordon as a police commissioner. And the Robert Pattinson movie, Batman, loosely based on Batman Year 1. All right? From Batman Year 1 to the man who broke Batman's back, known as the man who broke Batman. It's no other than Bane. And this is Vengeance of Bane 1992. All right, this is number 1 by Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan. Of course, you all know Bane as his prisoner in South America, who was part of the Venom experiments. And obviously, he went through a lot of stuff, and he gained this superhuman strength and all that. And he went to Gotham City, and obviously, we all know what happened. He was the man who broke the Batman, all right? Of course, played by Tom Hardy in the movies. First look at Bane, the character. So if you know him from the movies, well, he actually was birthed in 1992 when this comic book came out. This is the first print as well. Again, that's Bane. And why is Bane such an important character for me? His real name is Antonio Diego. And my children's names, my 2 sons, their names are Antonio and Diego. So does that make me Batman? And are my kids the ones who will break me? Yeah, now you know the significance, and you know why I treasure this particular issue of Vengeance of Bane, 1992. From Bane to Harley Quinn. Who doesn't know Harley Quinn? Of course, everybody knows Harley Quinn, right? She is the love interest and partner in crime of the Joker. If there's Joker and Harley Quinn, they're definitely together, and they definitely spell double trouble. All right. So as you can see, this one came out in 1994 by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, and this is the second appearance, but the first origin of Harley Quinn. So as you can see, it's obviously based in the Batman Adventures animated series, but it's a serious book. Like again, it's the first origin of Harley Quinn, and it's only her second appearance in comics. All right, so there, which is surprisingly fairly recent for a comic book that came out in 1994. So obviously Harley Quinn has been in the movies, and she's one of the more popular characters in the Batman world. This is her first origin story, and again, a significant key issue if you're a fan of Batman villains. All right.